Hey folks, Tom with Arnold Lumber here. We're here at the beautiful Spring House in Block Island, and we're here for the 2024 Block Island Customer Appreciation event that we're having. We do a lot of great business with some amazing contractors out here on the island, and it's our chance once a year to get everybody together with some of our suppliers and our best customers and say thank you. Come on in and let's say hi to some of the folks that we do business with. Well, Kate, here we are again on Block Island. It's 2024. The island has only so many contractors out here, and a lot of them, if not all of them, use Arnold Lumber in one way or another. And all the divisions are represented at this event.
We've got kitchens, we've got
yeah.
masonry, we've got lumber and building materials, obviously. So.
And what's the point of this? You guys have been doing it and everybody loves it, but I mean, it seems obvious. But what does it mean?
Okay, so you know in Rhode Island and they talk about South County and you don't pass the tower.
yeah.
Well, we do an event for our contractors on the mainland every year. We realize and recognize that some of our best customers are on the island and they're not going to come up to go to our show up north. So we brought the show to the island. It's not just for them to see the products that the vendors have. While that's a big part of it, the vendors have the opportunity to build their relationships with the customers. They have the opportunity to show their new products for the year and the technology that's involved in the building industry. But there's a lot of great products that really look natural. I mean, it's a very charming island. There's a lot of beautiful architecture here, and you know, they need to have the properties in their products that are going to withstand that, but also look traditional to the island. We also, you know, do it because we appreciate these customers. They've been customers for a long time. We've got great relationships, and we do it to give them a dinner and just say thank you, right? Not only is the Spring House a customer, but they're also a great host for us. They open up their doors for us. They open up early for the season and allow us to have this event here, which is great. I mean, we got one of the best spots on the island, and we get to show our customers how much we appreciate them by opening these doors with the Spring House and getting to do that. So
it is a nice way to do business, isn't it? All right, let's get back inside and say hi to these guys. Denise, here we are again at the Block Island event.
Yes, it's a great annual event.
How many times have you been to this event?
I think this is my fourth.
Tell us, share a little bit about what you have to do to help support the team to get stuff to Block Island.
So the biggest problem, or the biggest challenge, I should say,
it
with
can be
Block
a problem,
Island,
that's all right,
is coordinating the reservations on the freight op for the ferry.
Right.
Because they get so overbooked that getting our truck, we book at the beginning of the year for the entire year.
Oh, really?
So when we need an additional reservation, that gets a little challenging sometimes. When the boat doesn't sail because of weather, high winds, that is another challenge altogether, because now we have to move everything. So people that were expecting stuff tomorrow now get it next week because we have to rearrange everything. It's kind of like, well, we already had these commitments, so they're going first.
Now
so
we got to make it up.
Right.
So the truck gets on the ferry.
Yes.
Our delivery truck goes right on the boat.
We go over a minimum of 3 times a week when the weather is good.
Oh, 3 times a week?
3 times
And is that
a week.
just, we load up a truck and we drive it to the ferry and go?
We drive it to the ferry, they load it on, and when he gets on this side of the island, he goes and does his deliveries all over the island, and then gets back on the ferry.
You're the guy that makes sure all the product gets here. How often do you come out?
3 times a week, sometimes 4.
And the truck, you're driving a truck from the West Kingston yard all the way right onto the boat 3 times a week?
Yep.
Do you load it yourself, or is it
I do, yeah.
You load it yourself?
I load everything myself, yeah. It's easier for me to unload. I keep the stops together, things like that.
Block Island, we've been servicing this area for a long time, and you know, it's different than what we do on the mainland.
Definitely, because you have a limited resource. You can only go when the ferry sails. The times the ferry sails. And you can't always guarantee same day or next day delivery.
How do our builders deal with that? I mean, they must
try and plan, but they also know they're on an island. The contractors, they understand, and they...
Well, I happen to know that part of the reason they keep coming back to us is a lot of the things that you do for them, and the hoops you jump through, and the ways that you take the impossible and make it possible.
It's a great challenge, and it's fun. I mean, liking what you do is half the battle.
Denise, thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, you're welcome. How is it working with the customers on the island?
Working with them is no different than working with like coworkers in the yard. You know, they all become kind of like your coworkers. Right. You know what I mean?
And if you're seeing them that often, they know you by name. They can tell when you're coming.
Yeah. They'll text me on my birthday. They'll do all. You know, they're good. They're real good.
You do a lot for these guys out here, and I know they appreciate it. So we want to let you know we appreciate it since we're thanking everybody.
I appreciate it.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. We're here with TJ from Ideal. TJ, Arnold Lumber and Ideal have been partnering up for about 1.5 years now.
That's right.
Things are going pretty good.
Yeah, not bad so far. Yeah.
I mean, customers are definitely into the Ideal product. What are we displaying on the table here today?
So
some of the
here
pavers?
we got our pavers in one of our wall systems, and this is our kitchen uniframe system. These are modules, separate modules that come through, and these will get veneered. So you'll actually board these up. Any of your veneer that you got over here. So we've been doing this now for about 2 years.
Yeah, going well.
Yeah. Yep.
Spec Ops is with us. Hey, Tyler. How you doing? Good to have you.
Hey, wonderful to be here.
Spec Ops is with us for the first time here on Block Island. What do we got on the table? Just give us a quick run through.
So we've got our line of hammers here. We've got our steel hammers. We've got our fiberglass hammers.
All right.
As you can see, some of them have our Santoprene mallet caps on. Those go on and come off tool free, non-marring, so it's like having a soft mallet, you know, in one. We got some of our pry bars here. We've got our cat's paws, our molding pry bars, got our flat pry bars, got some chisels, some drivers. We're looking at a new line of mini sledges here.
Okay.
These two have their own overmolded soft caps, which, you know, instead of using your dead blow mallet or whatever you got on
Same
hand.
concept, now you got soft.
Exactly.
Yep, sledge, okay.
Got some trigger clamps here. 10% higher clamping force on these versus competitors. So that's a good quality clamp.
I love the belt hook on this clamp. Check right there. If I need to.
Yeah,
I'm out.
on the short clamps, we've got the belt hook, which is a nice little addition, real accessible.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
And we hid the release trigger on the inside so you don't accidentally trigger it out in front of the foregrip.
Oh, down below.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're putting a lot of force into it, there's no chance you're going to accidentally, you know, deploy that.
Right. It's like a safety on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Now you're thinking like a Spec Ops tool guy.
What else we got?
So we got some of our tapes. We've got some of our hammers. We got our big sets of levels here, 8 feet on down.
Well, listen, it's a great way to introduce the Spec Ops tool line to the island. Again, we appreciate you guys joining us today. We got a long ways to go, but good to see you guys out here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, Tyler. Mala, thanks for joining us again this year. Waypoint. You've been working with Arnold Lumber for how long now?
12 years.
Waypoint is a very good partner of Arnold Kitchen Designs, our kitchen design division of Arnold Lumber. And we really appreciate you being here at this event. Anything exciting going on the table today? What are we showing folks?
Yeah, well, we just brought in a new door sample, so we decided to bring in the Slim Shaker style door. And the new color is called Cherry Clove. Beautiful. So this is new out to the industry. And wood is starting to come back where it used to be a lot of painted product.
Yeah.
So now it's all wood.
It really is beautiful. Thanks again.
Absolutely.
It's real good
Thank
to
you,
see
Tom.
you. Thanks for being here.
Nice seeing you too.
All right. Ray's been doing it for a while. And Ray, you're pretty much a Block Island guy at this point, right? I mean, there's so much going on out here, from renovations to new stuff. You would think it's Block Island. It's a small island in a small state. How can you have 3 trucks going out every single week?
There's a large demand. There's a lot going on, and you know the guys need the attention, the service. No different than if it was the mainland, as best as you can to make it seamless.
What is it about Block Island? He's the man on Block Island, is what I hear.
He is phenomenal.
What's he do that makes him such a sweetheart?
He literally takes care of all of us.
Yeah.
He does. He works his ass off, and he is phenomenal.
He gets right in there. From the couple of times I've ridden along, it's like he'll show up, he gets his tape measure out, he gets his long, and then he tells you what you need to get on the job site.
He does that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes we both forget what we need in the job site. And
Why in the world?
have to remember.
Why in the world would you ever want to do work on Block Island?
And I came here when I was 19, and I worked for a great builder at the time, Denny Hines, for nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I went out on my own, and that's all I know.
You know, there's a lot of builders on the mainland, and they're all doing their work. When you come out onto the island, it's almost like an all-star team of builders, because they all have to do great high-end, top-of-the-line homes, and they got to have wind load, they got to have corrosion protection, all this special technique out here. It's like,
and I will say the greatest thing about building out here, between all the builders, we all help each other out.
yeah,
Like if somebody needs something and they don't have it, they call me, Josh, any of the other great builders. It's like, hey, or text, like, do you have this? And we're like, we share a lot.
The island is old school. This is a village. Everyone pulls together, helps each other out, and there's a lot of dependency from one to the next to the next.
From excavation, foundations, like right through to, plasters, painters. Like,
you count on each other.
yeah, landscapers,
Yeah.
like everybody.
We
Tom,
appreciate
pleasure.
you.
Yep.
Thanks for everything, Ray.
You're welcome.
Doing a bang-up job out here.
Ray
Thanks a
is a
bunch.
man. Like seriously, love this guy.
Let's go have something to eat.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks again for taking a sneak peek here at our Block Island Appreciation event. Special thanks to all of our contractors, all of our suppliers. Special thanks to the Spring House for hosting us. We'll see you guys next year.